Today, January 12th, is the anniversary of a minivan crash that claimed the lives of 7 students in 2015. Exactly 2 years ago, the incident became known locally as the rock gutter tragedy that took place in an area just outside Fancy when a minibus went over a cliff into raging seawater. The minibus HL636 was driven by Ravanna Nanton. Nanton and the van's conductor, Edhard Mayers, along with the head teacher of the Fancy Government School, Colbert Bowens, were charged in relation to the crash. On May 3rd last year, the charges were withdrawn from Bowens. Nanton and Myers still have to face the court. The staff and students of Georgetown Secondary School held a memorial and Thanksgiving service today at the school's auditorium in commemoration of the rock gutter tragedy under the theme, Forever in Our Hearts. There was a candle lighting ceremony and a brief address was delivered by the Deputy Principal, Ms. Fee Henry. Tributes were also delivered in songs and poems by the students. Special tributes were made for the 2 students, Raquel Ashton and Simonique Ballantyne, who lost their lives in the tragedy, and give thanks for sterling survival of the accident 2 years ago. The exhortation was delivered by Pastor Messiah of the Byron Baptist Church in Georgetown, and Pastor Wiggins offered intercessory prayers for the students and parents of the deceased. The Honorable Sir Louis Straker, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Commerce, handed over a quantity of items to the hospital, namely beds and sheet sets, today, Thursday, January 12, 2017, at 10 a.m. at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital.
We will be receiving 18 hospital beds that will be used to upgrade the newly refurbished female surgical ward, and also a shipment of bed sheets from Senior Lewis, SPG High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, and also some adult diapers. We at the Ministry of Health is happy to receive these items for the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. These items will greatly assist in improving the delivery of healthcare to the nationals of Citizens. I want to applaud Mr. Council General Fitzcobbins for his continuous donation to us. Last year, he made a donation of pillows, wheelchairs, and sheets.
The female surgical ward of the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital has benefited from a donation of beds, sheets, pillowcases, and adult diapers, which were handed over this morning.
It is greatly to see that citizens of our country, citizens and women, will continue to contribute to the development of the health sector of citizens and women. So I applaud Mrs. Caroline King, Johnny, and Mr. Hoggett as he continues to make sure that this country hospital will continue to see improvement in care for all of us.
She works at the Lakehurst Hospital, and there are 40 beds that they want to donate to citizens and the grenadiers. You know, as I jump to any opportunity to make citizens and the grenadiers better. So I said sure. So I rounded up the boys, D1 Lewis and Leo. Those are the guys who really go in the trenches with me and my son, and we decided to go and pick these beds up. And when we were at the hospital picking these beds up, a company came and said, but these beds are for us, we're going to go. We decided no, these can't be used as scrap beds, so we have better use for them in civilians. So we put up a fight, friendly fight, and I called the administrator of the hospital, pulled them aside and convinced him that they would be better served in civilians, where patients could be using them rather than being in a scrap dump. And he agreed. And we became friends, and I expect more donations coming soon.
These items were donated through the Consulate General of St. Vincent's and the Grenadines in Toronto and the High Commission of St. Vincent's and the Grenadines in London, respectively. The SVG Police Cooperative Credit Union has done it again. Smiles of joy and satisfaction beamed from the faces of the children and their parents and guardians on Friday, December 30th, 2016, when the PCCU awarded 129 students of its junior savers with an Amazon Fire tablet, each for successfully completing the Police Credit Union Weekly Junior Savers Challenge. This was the third award ceremony of that kind for the PCCU, and it was held at the credit union's newly acquired corporate headquarters in the former Voyager buildings on Bay Street. In addressing the event, manager of the PCCU, Mrs. Seminade Mulcair, congratulated the successful junior savers and their parents for using the challenge as a medium for saving in order to have monies readily available for the most difficult time of any year, January. She proudly laminated that the Junior Savers Challenge is synonymous only to the Police Credit Union, as no other credit union in SVG or in the region has such a program, and thanked the board for approving the initiative. The PCCU's manager also gave an overview of the challenge. She stated that the challenge, which was in its third year, commenced on January 2nd, 2016, with 202 junior savers. In explaining the rules of the challenge, Mrs. Mulcair stated that it is open to children ages 0 to 14, and each child has to save $1 or more each week for 52 weeks. The manager further explained that the junior savers were not allowed to pay in advance or late because it meant that the child would have automatically forfeited the challenge, and at the end of the 52 weeks, each child would have saved no less than $1,378 individually. Earl Old George Daniel will be returning home to SVG next month after saying goodbye to an exciting career of distance walking. George will be returning to his homeland to deliver care packages to those in need, and to take it a step further by doing a 3-day walk from February 3rd to the 5th. Earl Daniel said, "What better way to do it than for a worthy cause, and in the presence of the very people who were there to witness the first historic event." He further stated that this walk will be done with a walking partner, Joel Butchler, who walked with him from 2005 to 2008. He said that the walk will be his way of helping to bring much-needed attention to the rising cases of HIV/AIDS and diabetes, and also mental health. Daniel, who is a trained clinical social worker and who currently works in the Arctic region of Quebec, Canada, among with the Inuit people, said that this walk will be very significant, and he hopes that all Vincentians will come out to salute him and Butchler as they walk through their communities.
Yes. What a combination this morning. They're going to walk for 8 days without sleep. They have walked for Lucia. We're walking right across St. Lucia today for the children of the Caribbean to construct the Caribbean Hospital for Children in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to benefit the children of St. Lucia and the children of the Caribbean.
We Vinci, a newly formed group in Montreal comprised of Vincentians who share the same concern for persons living with HIV/AIDS, diabetes, and mental health issues in St. Vincent. They are hoping that their efforts will serve to improve the standard of living to these people and to bring some hope to their world. Daniel said in a press release, "We have embarked on collecting food items and whatever else that is needed to make their life easier for them. We are also going to propagating the message of a healthier lifestyle while we are at it." Local farmers will soon have the ability to sell their produce not only regionally but internationally as well. Minister of Agriculture Suboto Caesar said on Wednesday 11th January 2017 that this country has already begun exporting produce on a more regular basis to Trinidad, and with the opening of the Argyle International Airport, AIA, the opportunity will soon present itself for export outside the region. He also urged farmers to be flexible and grasp at many opportunities that are arising in relation to marketing agricultural produce. Caesar stressed that the Argyle International Airport will be opened on February 14th and that it is going to create a very important opportunity for farmers and fishers folk to take their produce directly to Canada and the United States of America, and later to the United Kingdom. More local news up next.